And Easter is a man-made pagan holiday.
Easter is not really a pagan holiday, and here's why. The original term for Easter is actually Pascha. It is the Greek and Latin term for Passover. In 325 AD at the Council of Nicaea, there was a controversial split in the decision of when Easter should be celebrated, or Pascha. The Western Church believed that it should be celebrated on the first Sunday after the spring equinox. The Eastern Church said that it should be celebrated at the end of the Passover. The Western Church was using the Gregorian calendar, and the Eastern Church was using the Julian calendar, which is 13 days ahead of the Gregorian calendar. Easter, or Pascha, is celebrated on different days almost every year, except some years they do coincide on the same day. The reason why the term Easter became popular is because it was celebrated in the month of Eastermonde. It would be like saying the 4th of July. It is the celebration in that specific month. But if I were to tell you that the 4th of July is a celebration of Julius Caesar, you would look at me kind of funny. When I celebrate the 4th of July as an American, I'm not celebrating Julius Caesar. Now, if you personally want to celebrate Easter or Pascha in accordance with the Western calendar or the Eastern calendar, guess what? It doesn't matter. The Apostle Paul had this to say in Romans chapter 14. One person judges one day to be more important than another day. Someone else judges every day to be the same. Let each one be fully convinced in his own mind. Whoever observes the day, observes it for the honor of the Lord. Whoever eats, eats for the Lord, since he gives thanks to God. And whoever does not eat, it is for the Lord that he does not eat it. And he gives thanks to God. For none of us live for himself, and no one dies for himself. If we live for the Lord, and if we die for the Lord. Therefore, whether we live or die, we belong to the Lord. Christ died and returned to life for this, that he might be Lord over both the dead and the living. But you, why do you judge your brother or sister? Or you, why do you despise your brother or sister? For we will all stand before the judgment seat of God. For it is written, as I live, says the Lord, every knee will bow to me, and every tongue will give praise to God. So then, each of us will give an account of himself to God. Now, I also saw in your video that you also celebrate Jewish festivals, and I would highly encourage you to read the entire book of Galatians, because the Apostle Paul had a lot to say about the way that the Judaizers were trying to make Christians into Jews again. Personally, my wife is half Greek, and her family likes to celebrate Easter on the Orthodox Eastern date. So what we do now is we actually just celebrate it twice, because I can choose to observe the resurrection of Jesus Christ as much as I want to. But to say that it's a pagan celebration is just historically inaccurate. The only people who are saying that Easter is pagan are the pagans. And I have a really good rule of thumb not to trust the pagans when it comes to answering questions about who Jesus is. That's all I've got for you. God bless you and have a wonderful day. Oh, and happy Easter.